his head up. It's the days getting cooler and the frosty nights and the pumpkins big and small. It's the season after summer, it's before the winter, it's the fall, it's the fall, it's the fall.
I feel the leaves a-crackling and crunching underneath both of my feet. I'd like to jump in a great big pile of these, 'cause I think that would be neat. It's the red, orange, and yellow of the beautiful trees, both the short ones and the tall. It's the season after summer, it's before the winter, it's the fall, it's the fall, it's the fall. I feel the leaves a-crackling and crunching underneath both of my feet.
I'd like to jump in a great big pile of these, 'cause I think that would be neat.
It's the season after summer, it's before the winter, it's the fall, it's the fall, it's the fall. It's the fall, it's the fall, it's the fall.
Huh? It's a fall? Hey, when did the fall get here? Hey, I need to go get some nuts for the winter. Yeah, and some fuzzy earmuffs, too.
Barney, I know something good about a tree.
Hey, what's that, Stephen?
Well, this tree holds up our tree house.
Oh, you're right. Without it, our treehouse would be just a house.
So, are you feeling better about being a tree in the school play? A little better, but why do I have to be such a silly-looking tree?
Oh, I don't think you look silly, Curtis. But if you decide to be a different kind of tree, there are lots and lots to choose from. Would you like to see?
I sure would. Yeah, that'd be great. That'll be fun.
Then maybe we should all take a look at... oh.
The adventure screen!
Oh, great. Go that.
Trees grow almost everywhere in the world. And there are thousands of different kinds. Some trees can live to be hundreds or even thousands of years old.
That's really, really old. I've never seen a tree that big.
That's a tree called a giant sequoia, and it can grow as tall as a skyscraper.
What kind of tree is that, Barney?
That's a coconut palm. Coconut palms grow in places where it's very warm. And trees can also grow in places where it's cold and snowy, like these pine trees. Some trees give us good things to eat. Wherever you find trees, one thing is for sure. They're nature's good neighbors for all of us.
That was great. Thanks, Barney. Barney, why did you say that trees are good neighbors?
There are lots of reasons. Did you know that trees help make the fresh air that we breathe? And we get lots of other things from trees, too.
Things like nuts for the winter. Hey, how come it isn't fall anymore?
Well, things change very quickly around here, Scooter. So maybe you need to change out of your earmuffs and scarf.
Yeah, okay.
Scooter's right, though. We get nuts from trees and lots of different fruits, and so many other things. I hardly know where to begin. Way up in the branches of a tree, way up in the air. If you're looking, you might see the food that grows up there in a tree. Apples, peaches, plums, and pears, limes and lemons grow up there. Clumps of cherries grow to be the fruits that come from a tree.
Way up in the branches of a tree, way up in the air. If you're looking, you might see the food that grows up there in a tree.
Walnuts, almonds, chestnuts too, we can eat like the squirrels all do. On those branches I can see a tasty snack for me.
Way up in the branches of the tree, way up in the air. If you're looking, you might see the food that grows up there in a tree.
A great big orange that you can peel, maple syrup for a pancake meal. Isn't it wonderful? There can be food that comes from a tree.
Way up in the branches of a tree, way up in the air.
If you're looking, you might see the food that grows up there in a tree.
If you're looking, you might see the food that grows up there in a tree.
No, I never knew there were so many things that came from trees.
Yeah, I know.
And food isn't the only thing we get from trees. We also get paper and wood for building things.
Things like our treehouse.
Right. And the people who cut down trees to make the wood are called lumberjacks. Of course, you all know the story of Paul Bunyan.
Paul, who?
Paul Bunyan, the greatest lumberjack of them all. He's only make-believe, but the stories about him are lots of fun. More than 100 years ago, Paul Bunyan walked this land. A giant taller than the trees, an axe held in his hand. He was the greatest lumberjack who ever chopped down trees. He made rivers where he dragged his axe, blew clouds off when he sneezed. He knew that people everywhere could use a lot of wood. So Paul cut down the toughest trees no other logger could. He chopped them left. He chopped them right. He even cut through rocks. And the fallen trees were dragged away by Babe, his pet blue ox. And every time he felled a tree by giving it a whack, Paul Bunyan planted one new seed so a new tree would grow back. All this was many years ago, the gentle giant's gone. But as long as there are trees, his legend will live on. The end. Thank you. Thank you very much.
I think it would be so cool to be a giant like Paul Bunyan.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'd like to grow up to be that big. It would really neat. Yeah.
Well, I don't know if any of you will grow that big, but even Paul Bunyan had to grow the same way that you do, one day at a time.
Growing, we do it every day. We're growing when we're sleeping, and even when we play. And as we grow a little older, we can do more things because I'm growing, and so are you. Each day we grow a little taller, a little bigger, not smaller, and we grow a little friendlier too. We try to be a little nicer as we grow each day because I'm growing, and so are you. Because I'm growing, and so are you.
I think it's neat to learn about trees.
Oh, it's true. There's a lot to know.
There are so many shapes and sizes. And all the great things that come from trees. I guess that's just about everything there is to know about trees.
Whoa, 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 whoa! Hold on. You haven't mentioned one of the very best things about trees yet.
We haven't?
Why, no, you haven't. I do believe that you've forgotten that trees can also be homes. Homes for birds, and homes for insects,
And for cute, cuddly, snuggly, little, fuzzy, furry forest animals. Like me.
Scooter and Miss Etta are right. Lots of different creatures can live in trees, especially in a great big tree like this one. Oh, there was a hole
There was a hole
in the middle of the ground,
in the middle of the ground,
the prettiest hole
the prettiest hole
that you ever did see.
that you ever did see.
And the green grass grows all around,
and the green grass grows all around.
And in this hole,
And in this hole,
there was a tree.
there was a tree.
The prettiest tree
The prettiest tree
that you ever did see.
that you ever did see.
Well, the tree in the hole and the hole in the ground, and the green grass grows all around,
and the green grass grows all around.
And on this tree,
And on this tree,
there was a branch.
there was a branch.
The prettiest branch
The prettiest branch
that you ever did see.
that you ever did see.
Well, the branch on the tree and the tree in the hole and the hole in the ground,
And the green grass grows